Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, I've got another offering from Fire Maple. This is the Saturn gas stove with preheat tube. Preheat tube is very important because it gives this stove the ability to run the fuel canister in liquid feed mode. So if we look at the side of the packaging, you can see that it says the most powerful stove of Fire Maple. I'm excited to find that out. Folding pot stands provide stability for various diameters of cookware. And then right here, EVA box designed for easier storage and carrying. Very cool. And then on the back here you can see some specifications of the stove. This is a camping gas stove for campsites and campfires, made out of stainless steel, aluminum, and there is some copper in there. And then you have the unfolded dimensions as well as the folded dimensions. If we look at the inches, it's 9.8 inches by 4.6 inches. That's unfolded. And then folded is 7 inches by 3.6 inches. This weighs 2.2 pounds or 1,010 grams. And it's a 15,000 BTU burner, 4,400 kilowatts. That is fantastic. So like a lot of Fire Maple products, on the side of the package you have a parts breakdown with everything numerical, and if you want to find what a specific part is, for example number 7 here, that is the igniter. So they have it listed very well. It's easy to read. I want to say thank you to Fire Maple right off the bat for sending this stove out for review. I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and take a look. So on the side of the box, we're just going to open that up. And there's nothing left in the box itself. And as you can see, this comes packaged in a nice zipped case. So it's got a zipper all the way around it. I think that's pretty cool because it'll protect this stove if you want to throw it in the back of your vehicle or something like that. Wow, that is a nice looking stove. I see a user manual here, Fire Maple, your mobile kitchen. This is called the Saturn. And then right here is the instruction manual. Some specifications there. There's also a disclaimer saying that you need to use this outside only. It will produce carbon monoxide. And then right here, here's a section that talks about how to use the stove. And if you want to hang on to any of this information that I'm showing you, feel free to pause your screen. Wow, this is pretty nice. I'm very excited about this one. I love stoves. And there you can see that the generator or preheat tube is shown in vapor mode and then in liquid feed mode. Very cool. Nothing on the back, so we'll set that aside. And let's pull this out. It fits very well in that case. This is a nice looking stove. Very solid. Wow, these are beefy. This is very solid. Very nice. There's a little piezo igniter right there. All this is stainless steel construction. Do not invert gas canisters until 5 minutes after ignition. So interesting. So you have a generator on both sides. Wow. And then if you look at the bottom, you've got this very nice long fuel hose. And then of course you got the bottom feet on the bottom here. There's the piezo igniter connected to one of the feet. And you can just set that thing out, and it gives it just enough height off of whatever surface that you're going to be cooking on. So if you want to use a smaller sized pot, and I'll just use this fuel canister for the example. Say you want a pot that's this size in diameter. Well, you can fold these feet in, just like this, and then it will accommodate those smaller pots. And then if you have even something all the way down to something like this is just a standard tuna can, so it will accommodate that. That is fantastic. I mean, it fits right there. Now if you got larger stuff, maybe you're gonna run a cast iron skillet or something, you can fold these out and absolutely get the best out of this. So the Fire Maple 1.2 liter pot, as you can see, I'm gonna need to fold these in when I do my boil test. I'm gonna boil 1 liter of water. I'm gonna boil it uncovered because I wanna get kind of a realistic boil time idea of what this thing can do. So wow, that is crazy. They say they recommend that you let the thing burn for about 5 minutes before you invert the fuel canister. Right here is a look at the valve. So you can open this or close this. This will fit onto the Lindell style. So these are the isobutane fuel canisters here. Just thread that on. There you have that. Now let's go ahead and fire this up for the first time and see what it looks like. I'm going to turn the valve on just a little bit. I hear it hissing, and now you can see that thing going. Wow, that thing has a lot of power. I think I'm really going to like this one, folks. I can already tell that that thing is cranking out some serious heat. Big time heat. That is really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this 32 ounces of water ready. I want to do a boil test. This is 1 liter or 32 ounces of water. So it's a standard, well, the older Gatorade bottles were 32 ounces. Now, the new ones are 28 ounces, which is kind of unfortunate. So I've got my timer here. Let me get a better angle with the camera so we can see everything that's going on. And like I said, I am going to set this on uncovered right there. Start the time, and let's find out what happens here. I'm going to turn the heat up. This is crazy. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and stop the time here pretty soon. We are 2.5 minutes in, and I'm already seeing a rolling boil. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and stop the time. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to reach a rolling boil. Wow, that is a performer. Let's go ahead and turn this down. Wow, I am blown away at the performance of this. Let's take a look at that. That is just cranking. Even after I turned it down, look, it's gonna boil over. Let's turn it way down. I don't want it to boil over. Ooh, too late, it already did. What happens when it boils over? Does the burner stay lit? Yes, it does. Wow, I am very impressed with this stove. We haven't even made it to 5 minutes yet, so technically, according to the instructions, we shouldn't even put it in liquid feed mode at this point. Not yet. Liquid feed mode is good because what'll happen is the liquid fuel will travel. When I put this canister upside down, the liquid will travel through here, and then it'll go up through these generators, and it'll convert that liquid into a gas or a vapor. And that's very good because if you're running low on fuel and you've got maybe a few drops of fuel left in here, you can flip that over and get all the fuel out of this canister. It's also good for when you're at high altitudes or extremely cold conditions. Folks, I am blown away at the performance of this stove. The build quality is good. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over and put it upside down. I'm just gonna lean it just like that. And look at the rise in performance because it's in liquid mode. Let's get that thing going. So it went out. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. This handle's probably hot. So that thing is awesome. I really like this stove. So we'll go ahead and light it. Let's set this back on. Love the quality of this thing. This build quality is fantastic. This is a nice stove. Very cool. The performance speaks for itself. A 1 liter in under 3 minutes. That is just mind-blowing. So even in liquid feed mode, you can see we have plenty of performance. It was about to boil over again. Flame control is good. I'm going to go ahead and put it back to vapor mode. Okay, so I have dimmed the lights and I am just looking at the flame adjustment here. As you can see, I have it on a very low flame and I'm going down. Look at that, almost down to nothing. And then we can increase it up. The flame control on this stove is wonderful. Look at that. We're just slowly increasing. It's very quiet stove too, you notice. It's not a big old loud monster. Very cool. I mean, even on a flame like that you're seeing right now, that would be wonderful for cooking. I mean, you could put a 10-inch cast iron skillet on there and not even need that much power to cook salmon or steaks or anything like that. And there is plenty of power. So if you need to boil water and you need to boil water quickly, this thing has the ability to do it. The flame control is wonderful. Now I'm starting to open it up. I'll tell you what, folks, this stove is a performer. Look at that. That is crazy. And I'm in vapor feed mode right now. I'm not even in liquid feed mode. Tone it back down. That is just wonderful. So folks, my final thoughts on this Saturn. This thing is awesome. This stove is a rock star. This thing really performs. I mean, it gets down to business. I love how it's really beefy feeling. Everything is heavy duty on this thing. It feels like something that you could definitely put in the back of your car, take on a trip, pull it out, throw it on a picnic table, and you don't have to worry about this thing, whether it's going to perform or not, whether it's solid enough or not. Everything on it is built very beefy, very strong. I love the way they routed the piezo igniter here. They put the piezo on one of the feet and routed it inside. Pot supports are fantastic. The fuel line is wonderful. This is fantastic, folks. I want to say thank you for watching. I also, if you guys are interested in this Fire Maple Saturn, I will put a link in the description box where you can find this. I'm being honest with you, folks. You don't find a stove of this kind of quality very often that has that kind of performance. I'm still kind of in awe and blown away at how well this thing boiled 1 liter of room temperature water in under 3 minutes. That's fantastic. So that's about all I have for you today. Again, this is the Fire Maple Saturn with the generators, so you can run it in liquid feed mode. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to thumb up this video, and on the way out, drop a comment. I'd like to hear what you got to say about this one. And until next time, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.